What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Power of the Draw. I'm your host, Keyshawn, accompanied today by my boy Nick.
Yo, yo.
Yes. All right. And today we're gonna talk about the Royal Rumble. I'm excited for this event. I took off for this, so I'm definitely gonna be free watching it.
The best pay per view of the year, audit in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. As far as surprises and anything can happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great event. Um, have you watched Raw recently?
I have, yeah. I just don't like that it's on Netflix and I can't like go on different channels now. And then like when there's like something not interesting going on, and just
Yeah, they got you.
yeah, exactly.
They want people to stay on the same channel.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah. It's been pretty good leading up to the Royal Rumble. I mean,
Yeah, I
it
think it's
hasn't been
pretty,
like amazing, but like
no, but it's been serviceable.
yeah, like the top guys. Like I'm excited to see the top guys in it, like
Yeah,
Cena, Punk,
absolutely.
Roman, etc.
First time he's been in a Royal Rumble in 5 years, I think.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see how it
Mm-hmm.
all plays out. Oh man, I can't wait. Um, but yeah, there's only 4 matches on the card. I mean, yeah, it's the Rumble, so
Yeah. So.
the Rumble matches are gonna take like an hour in
Mm-hmm.
itself. So, but these are the first match is kind of interesting in my opinion because the build for it's there, but it's not like I don't know. It's interesting. The first match that we're gonna review is I said review. We're gonna do predictions for is DIY versus the Motor City Machine Guns, and the 2 out of 3 falls match.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Personally, like DIY to me just wasn't getting over at all for me. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, like it was kind of cool what they did with the little swerve. Like, oh, are they gonna split up?
Yeah. And then I like that. I think it was a good way to get people hooked back into them. I think it was a smart move to turn them heel and now have them be like the heel tag champs.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like both tag teams they're just not doing it for me right now. Of course, I know how great the machine guns
Mm-hmm.
are, and DIY is good in the ring too.
Mm-hmm.
But just as far as like the character wise, it doesn't like gravitate me towards
Yeah.
feud.
Yeah. I think this is one of those matches, unfortunately, that gets thrown onto the Royal Rumble that's sandwiched in between like the meat of the show. So people can recover from cheering from the Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
So so I think this is probably going to happen after the women's Royal Rumble. So I think that's why it's in the so that's why it's on the card so people can like decompress, be like, okay, I can shut my brain off, watch this match, enjoy it, and then we go on to the ladder match and then the main event, and then that's how every Royal Rumble has worked. And
yeah,
it sucks to be in that spot because you're fighting an uphill battle already because everybody's tired and you're just like, well, all right, I guess we're just doing this. Let's have a good match. Hopefully it works. If not, who cares?
yeah, man. It's definitely it sucks, but like you can still have a good match in
Oh,
there.
absolutely.
I hope like their match like gets the crowd going a bit
Hmm.
because yeah, like I said before, like I don't think the crowd is like that into these two tag teams like
I
that.
think as a whole, lately, tag team wrestling is just like not on anybody's like forefront right now, and any of the big four promotion, any of the big promotions, I should say,
Yeah,
because no
yeah,
one's watching TNA or New Japan anymore. I think right now everything is basically just singles matches. That's
mm,
what's right now. So I think tag teams have taken a nosedive as of right now. So I think getting them in a good spot. I think if this was on any other pay per view, but the Royal Rumble, I think this match would be awesome. But I think the problem is they put it on the Royal Rumble because they knew that they were like, no one's gonna care about this match, and this is the perfect place to put it. Like, it's horrible. Like, I hate
Yeah,
seeing that. But
pretty solid filler match. 2 out of 3
yeah,
falls.
I think so. I think it's a pretty solid filler match.
So, who do you have winning this filler match?
I think DIY keeps the belts for a little while longer.
Really?
Because I don't think having the machine guns win the belts back so soon is very doesn't do much for the story. I mean, I know they've been feuding for a while now, but I don't think letting them win it back so quickly will do much. So I think the DIY wins this.
Yeah, I can see that DIY winning. I'm gonna go with the machine guns though. I don't know. I think they're gonna get their payback on DIY, and then maybe after that you can usher in a new heel tag team to come in and face them. I don't know who's a heel tag team on SmackDown.
That's a very good question. The only ones that come to mind are Pretty Deadly, which I don't see. I don't see
Authors
them.
of Pain on? No, they're on Raw.
No, they're still on Raw, I think. So I don't know if there's any good heel tag teams right now for them to feud with. So I think that's why I think they're going to keep the belts on DIY, because it's like there's nobody really to feud with. I mean, that's the problem right now anyway in wrestling. In WWE at least, there's not many top echelon heels for people to work. And that's why, Kevin Owens turned heel. And I mean, it's worked out, but it didn't, it like when it first happened, I was like, why are we doing this? But now now a couple months later, it's worked out because now he's like one of the best heels in the company. So
yeah, it definitely worked out for Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Speaking of Kevin Owens, we're gonna go to the next match. In a ladder match, it's gonna be title for title. Cody against Kevin Owens in a ladder match. This is probably gonna be. I think it's gonna be a brutal match. Like Cody's gonna try some dumb stuff, jump off the ladder or something. KO's gonna beat the shit out of Cody. What are your thoughts on the match?
I think it's a good way to protect Cody if they want to take the belt off him, and it also gives Kevin Owens the title win that he deserves after not being that main guy for so long. So I think personally, I don't think they're going to take the belt off of him so close to WrestleMania, because I think that if I really like the thing with Mania right now is no one knows if Rock is working it. If The Rock is working it, then I can see Cody keeping the belt until WrestleMania. If he's not, then it kind of makes sense for Kevin Owens to win it here, and then he feuds with Sammy, and Sammy takes the belt from him at WrestleMania. But I just don't know what's going on right now in terms of who's going to be at if he's working WrestleMania, is he not working WrestleMania? I honestly don't even know who's going to win the Royal Rumble. And that's the great thing about this year. You don't know who's going to win it.
Yeah.
So I don't think that match will let us know what the plans are going into WrestleMania. Because if Cody loses the belt, I don't see him winning it back until much later. So I don't believe that unless the story is Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, or Sami Zayn turning heel, and then him and Kevin Owens feuding, and then Kevin Owens dropping the belt to Sami. I don't know. I think personally, if Rock's available, you do the Rock Cody match, and then that's it. I think that's what you do. But as it stands right now, with everything up in the air, I think Kevin Owens should beat Cody for the belt. Because he's been there for so long, and he got 2 WrestleMania main events, has not won a world title since 2016. He's been there for almost 10 years without winning a world title. I think this would be good for him. Yeah. But I'm not sure. I don't know. I think Cody's so hot right now, taking the belt off him now kind of doesn't make any sense. But I don't know. it's one of those things you just don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know. I don't. I want KO to get a title, but I don't see him being the guy to take it off Cody. And I
but
think the guy that's gonna take it off Cody might win the. That is gonna win the Rumble.
really,
Yeah, I'll bring him up later on, but
okay.
I think they might do something like that. So Cody, I see Cody, KO putting up a good fight. Cody somehow managing to get the win, you know. But then the thing is, like, what do we do with Kevin Owens after that?
That's the thing. Like, if he loses this, he's in a kind of a bad spot. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like
Yeah, but
it's
I
like
think they're gonna shift it to him and Sammy. Him and Sammy feuds,
yeah, but like the main thing, and one of my friends hates this because it drives him crazy that they always end up feuding with each other. And I get it, like they have so much history together, but the problem is like outside of them, like what's their character at this point? Like, does it really make sense for them to feud again? Not really.
I think so, because the whole bloodline, like the reason why he
Yeah,
attacked Cody Rhodes is
that
because Cody went back to Roman Reigns and all
yeah.
that. And now it's Sami Zayn. Everyone's telling Sammy, like, do something for yourself. Do something for yourself. And like KO is just gonna be like, bro, like I helped you beat the Usos at Mania and then you team back up with them. Like, I don't know. That was a weird promo they had on Raw because I think KO was definitely being sarcastic.
Yes. And he's
So
like he is that underlying like, I helped you out here, but now you're kind of screwing me over. Like, what's
yeah,
going on here?
I think he's gonna shift to Sami Zayn and they're gonna have their WrestleMania match, the 1v1. Yes, I'll take Cody to win this. 100%.
I do think Cody will probably win, but I also wouldn't be surprised if Kevin Owens wins.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So we got Cody for that one. This one's difficult. Man, I don't know who could possibly pull this off. I'm trying to think about who's the champions right now. It's
Rhea
and
and Tiff.
Rhea and Tiff. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be the match that starts the show.
Yeah, I think so too.
I'm hoping that it's going to be better than it was. Was it last year? Maybe last year was better than the men's.
Yes.
Yeah,
I liked last year's women's Rumble better than the men's.
Yeah, maybe it was the year before.
But you know what it was last year? There wasn't that much star power in the men's Rumble. Now they've corrected that. They have Roman, they have Punk, they have Cena, they have LA Knight, they have Seth Rollins, they have Drew, they have Sammy. So now it's like, okay, now you got a lot of guys who you're like, okay, realistically, any 5 of these guys could win, and it'd be like, okay, it makes sense.
Yeah, anyone can show up, and this women's Rumble is gonna be star-studded too. Like,
yeah,
I think we're gonna see Becky's gonna show up.
Becky will probably be there. I think Jordynne Grace will be there.
Oh yeah, Grace definitely.
Do you the good thing about the women's Rumble, or the bad thing, if you look at it like in a different lens, there's so many surprises because there's just not that many women on the roster. So, I mean, you're probably going to get a couple of NXT. You're probably going to get Roxanne Perez.
Well, yeah, Roxanne will be there.
Maybe Julia or Stephanie Vauquer. I don't know. I think maybe one of them, but I could definitely see Roxanne because they're planting the seeds with her and Bailey, so that might be up there.
Yeah. I definitely see Roxanne or Stephanie or Julia pulling up.
Yeah.
Even I mean, even a Lash Legend I can see pop up.
Yeah, Lash Legend. Lash Legend can pop up. There's a whole lot of stuff. That's why the Rumble's so good.
Vice, maybe
Lola Vice. Yeah, there's a lot of people at NXT that could show up. There's a lot of legends that can show up.
If AJ Lee shows up, you know the crowd gonna go crazy.
Oh yeah, the crowd's gonna go nuts if AJ shows up. Doubt it. I think that's probably the least likely surprise to happen if that were to happen. So I mean, it'd be a great surprise because no one would see it coming.
Yeah, nobody would see that.
No.
So who do you have as like the final four? Let's say the final four.
The final four. Okay, so I think Bianca's probably up there. Bianca, Charlotte, obviously coming back, so she's probably going to be in there. Oh, she is in there. I'm just looking at it now. Yeah. Charlotte, maybe Becky. I don't know. I'm not sure on Becky right now. I know she's probably going to be in the Rumble, but I'm not sure if she'd be in the final four. Maybe she's in like. Maybe she gets eliminated, sets up a feud somewhere down the line with like Lyra Valkyria or somebody like that, and helps elevate the IC title. All right, so I said Charlotte, Bianca. Who else is there? I don't know. Maybe one of the NXT girls. I don't think. I really don't even know who wins this Rumble. I don't think. Maybe Io Sky versus Rhea. I heard Io's probably going to be in the final four. So it's probably going to be Io, Charlotte, Bianca, and then one more of the women, but I don't know which woman it will be. Maybe Nia, so they have a monster to slay for the final person to win.
Yeah.
So I think that's I am surprised they haven't ran Bianca versus Rhea yet, but I think they're saving that.
Yeah, they're definitely saving
So I think more than likely, because Bianca already won a Royal Rumble, I don't think she's going to win this one. I think maybe she's the runner-up. I think Io Sky wins the Royal Rumble.
Io.
Yeah, I think she is probably the most logical choice to win it because I think Charlotte could also win it coming back. It makes sense.
Yeah.
But I also could see her in wrestling Tiff for the belt, but I'm not sure yet. We gotta see when she comes back. Once we see, what her performance looks like in the Rumble, then we'll have a better idea. Like if she is in the final four, I'd imagine she's gonna wrestle Tiffany for the belt.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm gonna go with Io because I don't think they want to do Charlotte as the 2-time winner just yet. I think they're gonna save that for a little while.
Yeah, I would love for it to be Io. I think the final four will probably be Charlotte, Roxanne.
Okay.
What's the other guy?
Roxanne isn't a bad one. That's not a bad choice at all.
What's Charlotte, Roxanne? Probably, I think maybe Jade turns on Bianca, and Jade will probably be in there. Jade and Io, yeah, Io can be in there too.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind that final four. I got Charlotte probably winning it. I think they're just gonna do Charlotte.
I think it's gonna be one of Charlotte or Io. I think it's gonna be one of those two.
So you think Io would face Rhea at Mania, or
Io would face Rhea? Yeah, because I think it makes more sense for Charlotte to face Tiff because it gives Tiff a good win at WrestleMania, establishes her as a main event caliber wrestler, wrestling probably one of the best women in the company, beating her. That could be very good for her in the long run. So I think that's where it's going to end up going.
I mean, hey, I could believe it. Io definitely deserving of it, so I can see it 100%. All right. So, last but not least, we have the men's Royal Rumble. But where is it? Why is it not working? Oh, there it is. The men's Royal Rumble match. This is gonna be the best one in a long time. I
Yes.
hope. I hope.
Yeah.
As far as the names, the name power's there. I hope they
Mhm.
sequence everything right. Like it's all there. They just got to put it all together. Um, well, I'm not gonna say who wins now. What are your thoughts?
I think if all goes well in this Royal Rumble, it should be the best one since 2020. But obviously, I've seen also a ton of shitty Royal Rumbles in the past 4 years, so I don't know what could happen. As much as people want to say, "Oh, he should win the Rumble because he is retiring and he becomes a three-time Royal Rumble winner." I don't think John Cena should win the Royal Rumble. I don't think he should win the belt at WrestleMania. I think it should be at the tail end, like they did with Sting and AEW. Like everybody's like, all right, it's at the last pay-per-view of the year, and then he wins it, and then he retires as champion and then goes off into the sunset. I
Mm,
don't I think I don't think Seth should win it. I think Punk would be interesting if he won it. But again, I just don't know. Like, there's so many people in this match. Like Seth could win it, Roman could win it, and then they could rematch with Cody. Sammy can win it, and after KO, if KO takes the belt from um Cody and he wins the Royal Rumble, then he finally gets a main event like title match and wins the belt at WrestleMania. Drew could win it and he can wrestle Gunther or something. Like there's so many different ways you can like go in this match. Like that's the good thing about it. There's so much star power and like you can go so many different directions.
yeah.
That's the best thing about a Rumble. A Rumble when it's predictable, it sucks. Like like when Cody won it, I was great because everybody picked him to win it when he came back, and that was great. Um, but it was also like, okay, like we knew that was going to happen, like in the long run.
Do you see any surprises coming?
I think Joe Hendry will be in it because
Yeah.
of the TNA thing. I think Joe Hendry will be in it. Maybe Aleister Black. I don't know. I don't know what his contract situation looks like right now. I don't know if his contract is up the day of the Royal Rumble because they said February is when it's up, or it's in March. So if he's, and I know WWE has interest because that's been reported. It would be great because he would be a genuine surprise because it's literally the first day of February, and like no one would expect it. Maybe you get some TNA guys like Jeff Hardy, like guys like that. Like maybe you get like somebody like Jeff Hardy. You have so 15 out of so half the field we know who's in it right now. The other 15 spots you are out their interpretation. Probably like Sheamus will be in it. Maybe like Kofi or Xavier Woods might be in it. Austin Theory might be in it. The Miz, like those guys, like Braun Breaker's in it. Like that's been confirmed. So 5. So maybe like you have like 5, maybe 6 surprises, which is good. Like that's the thing. Like when you announce everybody, it's like, okay, like this is enough now. Like this is like once you announce all the entrants, there's like no surprise left, and then you're just like, okay, there's nothing left. Like who's out left, like and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I could definitely see Joe Hendry come out probably like number 2 or something, so they could like
yeah,
do
I think
full
both.
entrance.
I honestly think it would be good exposure for TNA to have both of their champions come out like in the Rumble because it's like you're doing this partnership with WWE. Why wouldn't you want that exposure?
Yeah, definitely. I could see him come out, do his whole entrance and everything. Crowd goes
Mm-hmm.
crazy.
Oh yeah,
I
everyone
also
loves Joe
think
Hendry.
I see like Trick Williams probably being
Trick
someone
probably
in
because I think
there.
Trick's going to come up after. Maybe he does something with Carmelo Hayes if Carmelo's
Maybe
in the Rumble.
maybe Obafemi might pull up. I don't
That
know.
wouldn't be a bad one.
Oba would be definitely a good one. So who you have winning the men's Royal Rumble?
All right, so my final 4 are Roman, CM Punk,
Yep.
Seth, oof, and oh my god, and oh my god, Sami Zayn. I think those four. I think you need a heel though, so it might be Sammy or Drew. I don't know which one. It might be one of those two.
Okay,
So
who do you have winning it?
I think honestly, I think the way Punk's been talking on Raw and everything, I could see him winning it because he's been money since he's came back from the injury. He had a great feud with Drew. The bloodline stuff is kind of interesting. Him and Cody would be great. But I really, again, this is the thing about this match this year. Like anybody can win the Royal Rumble. Anybody can win it. So I don't know. Like I honestly could see Cena winning it, even though he probably shouldn't. But again, like that's.
I feel like Cena's gonna just do it, like fail. He's just gonna keep failing.
Yeah, I think he's gonna lose the Rumble. It would be a better story for him if he just kept on failing and failing and failing. And then he's just like, I'm John Cena. I can just get a title shot whenever the hell I want because I'm John Cena.
Yeah,
he doesn't need to win the Royal Rumble again.
Yeah, he definitely does.
I think I honestly more than twice is enough. Like even when Cody won it the second time, I was like, okay, like that. All right, do not let him win it again because that's enough. Like I don't think anybody should win the Rumble more than twice.
I think the final four should be Roman, Punk, Cena. And the winner, I think, who the winner is gonna be Randy Orton. I think Randy Orton's gonna come back.
Randy.
I think he's gonna win it, and then I think he's just gonna do a complete 180 on Cody and just fuck Cody up. I don't know. I feel like he's just gonna
completely forgot about Randy Orton, which is crazy. I think if Randy comes back in the Rumble because he's been off TV for a while, I think if he comes back and he wins the Rumble, that is interesting. I think that's also a possibility on the table.
Then he's gonna have Cody looking over his shoulder, like.
And again, that's the third time for him, and I'm just like, but it makes for a great story. Yeah. Like that's what it is. If it sets something up that it's great. For them, I think that's the best thing. I think Randy would be good. I think Randy would be good for that.
Yeah, I think it'll be great because Randy's always betraying people. He's always just gonna turn.
And he's been off for what? Like he's been out for like about 8 months. Yeah, I was gonna say he's been out for a while. So it would make sense for him to come back and be like, hey.
Yeah, he's gonna tell Cody, hey, I'm gonna go after Gunther. We got some history too. And then what? Bam, RKO. And like Cody's been like when he's been having this with this feud with KO, he's been talking a lot about Randy. I'm doing this for Randy, this and that. And then Randy's gonna turn on him as soon as he wins the
and maybe or he shows up in the main event and takes what's his name? And he takes he helps him beat Cody. Yeah, he helps KO beat Cody.
I was thinking that too, but I'm like, maybe.
Yeah, if it wasn't the Royal Rumble, like I could see it, but it's not happening. Obviously, that would be a great swerve, though. If they had it's everyone's expecting Sammy, but instead it's Randy who helps him.
Yeah, I could. Either way would be fine with me, but I ultimately got Orton winning. I wouldn't be mad if who else? It was CM Punk one, of course. But I think it's either him or Orton.
Yeah, I think Punk's up there, and I think now that you say Randy, that's a good choice too.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if he's not in the Rumble though, then that's not a good sign.
No.
But he's probably in the Royal Rumble.
You think AJ Styles will be in the Rumble?
AJ's probably going to be. They're saying he's trying to get back in time for it, so hopefully he's back there.
Yeah, I hope he's in the Rumble.
That would be another good surprise. Like guys who have been off for TV for a while, AJ would be good.
Yeah, best Rumble in a while if they can pull that off. Best Rumble in a while.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
But all right, guys. So that was the preview and the predictions. I'm gonna try and do a live stream for the Rumble, maybe with my boy Lewis. Got to see what's up with that. Yeah, guys. I'm gonna do another review of the Royal Rumble, probably on Tuesday. Yeah, probably Tuesday. I'll do that. Yeah. So everyone just like, comment, subscribe. Let everyone know what's going on around here. And we'll see you guys later. All right. Peace.